some of you have been asking, is it possible to receive personal guidance from Maitreya? Yes, it is. This is done through a one-to-one channeling session online, and I've popped a link in the description below for more information and how to book. We've got a special promo code just for our YouTube viewers, which I've also included below, and I look forward to meeting with you. Now, back to the transmission.
That's the message that we're going to bring through for you today, and it is being able to work in the realm of timelessness. And why would you want to work in a world of timelessness? Well, in the world of timelessness, there is a world of infinite possibilities to go together. And when you start working in the realm of timelessness and infinite possibilities, it means that you start attracting things to you that were meant to be for you. But in your current reality, those things that are meant to be for you, that have not yet arrived, are in a place of stagnation, or at a crossroads, or you've simply just put a stop to your evolution due to the illusion of fear. You see, fear stops all, and fear resides in the world of time. It's part of the structures that form everything that keeps you in obedience, obeying all. When you are able to transcend your fears one by one in your own time, that is manageable for your entire system, that is manageable for the cells of your body. When you are able to do this, well, the less disillusioned you become, and the more strength you gather, and the more energy you gather back into your body. So why timelessness? Goes with a host of things like being. You become the essence of your spirit. And in the world of timelessness, there are no structures keeping you in place. No fall from grace, as you are free to walk as your spirit intends to. When you are able to transcend time from your reality, you start connecting to the deeper parts of life, ones without constraints, ones without limitation, a life of possibility. Timelines merge into one, a desire for so many, rather than the chasing, the catching up, becomes tiresome. It's the cycle of suffering, samsara. And those who continue on that cycle will continue fueling their system and stress, anxiety, and the negative emotions. You see, when you are free from time, dear ones, you free yourself from shackles of this and that, of mass, having to be a certain way, control, perfectionism, everything that your spirit is the opposite of. Timelessness releases you from the cage, free to be. So how can you begin transcending time? Starts with your central column. When you transcend time, you must have your central column connected to the earth at the very south pole, and at the north pole connected to the heavens, connected to light. When you have the very first structure in place, the axes of the human body, you can begin the process. And at that junction, you can then start the second template of the body, and that is the cross that goes from east to west. And imagine having both arms stretched out, palms facing forwards, creating the human axes. It's the very beginning template of one who is transcending time, living freely, away from confinement, a complete collapse of programs. Once you are able to release your cells and strands of your DNA from programs and structures and illusion, becoming clearer in every cell of your body, and the vertical axes and the horizontal line form the foundations of strengthening your ability to be able to hold yourself in the reality whilst transcending time. Why is this important? Because if one starts to transcend time without this tapestry in place, one can lose themselves. That is why the anchor is necessary. And when you can hold yourself without the structures, without everything that you were told was to be and is to be, how things are supposed to be, how you are supposed to be, once you are able to transcend those thought forms, those lines of communication which speaks to you, through you, once you are able to transcend that, then a ungrounding starts taking place, because it can become quite scary. Imagine living your whole life in a certain routine. You wake up at a certain time, you drink a certain drink, you go to a certain place to carry out your work, you come back at a certain time, you go back to your shelter, the things that you are familiar with. Now imagine those things being taken away from you. What would you be? Who are you? And that is what happens when one begins transcending time. But with the right steps in place and the right practice, then one can do this step by step, and allowing the places within themselves, the energy, to not only develop, but to form the template that keeps you in the earth plane, but also allows you access to the other dimensions. And that is a small window into timelessness. And for those of you who are further along on your spiritual journey, this is a place to move into, especially those of you that are on the solitary path. Removing time, as we said, removes shackles of the structures. It removes illusion. And if you are able to live in a world without time, then you are on the one-way ticket to knowing, being, doing. Timelessness is a part of that spiritual journey. Timelessness is part of the evolution, of the expansion. Time is a man-made construct. Spirit does not reside in the world of time. Spirit resides in the world of infinite. And on your spiritual journey, as you continue your evolution, infinite is where one walks as they go along the path of returning home. It is the infinite. It is spirit. And that is the core of who you are. And we thank you for being here. Thank you. Thank you.